If you're a beginner to working out, or just new to calisthenics, then let me walk you through a routine you can use for the next few weeks to level up. As simple as you think they are, you might be surprised that there are actually millions of people that can't do a push-up or a pull-up. And since both of these exercises are the foundation of calisthenics workouts, it's important to prioritize getting better at them. And the best way to do that at a beginner level is to build stabilizer muscles, which is what this workout is designed to do. But I understand some of you might not need a full workout, and you actually might only be lacking in push-ups and pull-ups because you want to add them to your workout regime, or because they're just two movements that you can't do in general. So to get better at push-ups, or to even do your first one, just start with a negative push-up, and if that's too much weight for you to carry, you can also do it on your knees. Now, to simulate half the rep, you can throw some pillows underneath your waist, and of course, doing this against a wall or an incline will lessen the load as well. Now, as for pull-ups, same with pretty much any exercise that you can't do. Just do it in the negative form first, and if that's too much weight for you to carry, then I suggest starting with bodyweight rows, or even grabbing one of the heaviest resistance bands you can find and using that to help get your weight up there. Now, moving into the actual workout, each exercise I show you will be accompanied with another exercise that you'll do once the first exercise becomes too easy to do. So I suggest starting with a block push-up, and this is just a combination between a bent arm plank, a straight arm plank, and a push-up. So you're still moving your weight, just in a different way. And once you're able to get a rhythm with that, or it starts to become too easy for you, then move on to negative push-ups, because by now you should be able to support your body weight. And like I said before, if it's too much for you to handle, just move on to your knees and go down from there. And like I said, you're not limited to negative push-ups. You could always use pillows if you want. If you feel like your weight is too much for you to handle, then just go with simulating half the range of motion. Now for the pull muscles, the first exercise I start with is a stationary hold. Start at the top of your pull-up using whatever you need to get up there. Keep your chin up, drive your elbows down, and try to flex your back as much as possible. Hold this position for as long as possible. And a quick tip for you, if you're stuck at your number of pull-ups and you're trying to get more, then I suggest adding this stationary hold to your last set to get more. It works as a drop set and a form of progressive overload. So when you reach failure here and then come back recovered, you'll probably be stronger than you were last time. From stationary holds, I'd move right into negative pull-ups, which I feel like a lot of people do not focus enough on keeping a slow eccentric motion on. On your way down, you should be feeling every muscle fiber in your back. Any movement that involves a negative is prioritizing that eccentric motion, so you need to go as slow as possible and take it through a full range of motion so that the complete rep isn't as taxing on any stabilizer muscles that haven't been built. Like with the stationary hold, we're starting from the top, and I'd start from my most flexed position so I can fully release from that point. It should come as no surprise that bodyweight squats are not going to do much for leg gains, but what they will give you is better support, better posture, and a solid foundation of lower body strength that keeps lower back pain and knee problems thing of the past. And squat jumps will do that for you too, while also improving your coordination, balance, and explosive power. With a forward lunge, you're implementing some unilateral movement that will also benefit your spatial awareness. And doing them explosively will do the same, while increasing your explosive power and building a lot of core strength. Now, when getting into bodyweight calf raises, let's not think about massive legs, but instead really strong ankles. Yes, your calves are flexing every rep, and yes, 50 reps will definitely make it swollen, but that's outside of the hypertrophy range. And it's highly unlikely that bodyweight reps will increase their size, but your feet will thank you later. Whether it's a wrong step or a quick turn, or you've lost your balance, your feet will always have your back when your ankles have better support. And bodyweight reps of calf raises are more than enough to make sure your ankles get the support they need. So we're moving into our abs section of this workout, but you might find it weird that I didn't start with this exercise. And that's because straight arm planks, when done properly and to failure, will probably tax you so much you wouldn't be able to push your body weight anymore. So it's better to finish with it if you can, because you'll still get that added benefit of building core strength. But I wouldn't hit failure, and instead I'd save that for the first pushing movements I had in mind. Now, to perform them properly, keep your arms locked and your scapula protracted. You can do this by pushing your shoulders through the ground, and think of doing the opposite of pinching your back. From here, maintain that protracted scapula and hold this position for as long as possible. And if you're looking for more than just the added benefit of improving your locked arm strength, then you can go into a drop set with bent arm planks to continue improving on your core strength. Hollow body hold is one of my favorite ab exercises, and that's because it's as hard as you want to make it. There are 3 general variations, and one is full body, and the other 2 are half body, but the opposite of each other. So to do this properly, just make sure that whichever body parts you have extended are perfectly locked out. So straight arms and bent legs, straight legs and bent arms, or straight arms and straight legs. The tuck hold is an essential ab exercise because it's your first chance to feel what it's like to have your abs completely engaged in a shortened position, which is going to be vital for progressing into a lot of movements like a tuck planche or an L-sit. I like to use leg raises just for the the hypertrophy effect. And since I know for a fact I'd be getting more than 20 reps with my body weight, I suggest you grab some ankle weights if you're in this predicament too. Take your legs to a full range of motion by going all the way up and not past 90 degrees, and then down without touching the floor. So from the top down, we've got block push-ups, which will lead into a negative push-up or pillow push-up, and a stationary hold, which will lead into a negative pull-up, and bodyweight squats, which will lead into squat jumps, a forward lunge, which will lead into explosive lunges, calf raises, a straight arm plank, a hollow body hold, a tuck hold, and leg raises. So just remember to take things slow and give the first exercises a chance before you try to progress into what comes next. And I'll check back in with a new video in a couple weeks to test your strength and see where you're at. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I post content daily to help you start your fitness journey. Now let's keep working smarter.